So I've been a lifelong Brooklyn Nets fan for 3 hours now, and boy have I got used to the mediocrity. Here's why you should join me on this hype train for the NBA playoffs. The Brooklyn Nets are a sports franchise that is known all around the world. They're famous for many reasons. One of those reasons is that Jay-Z used to be a part owner of the franchise. That is the only reason. If you are supporting the Brooklyn Nets, there is only one statistic that matters, and it is as follows. The Brooklyn Nets are not the New York Knicks. So you may be thinking that the best time to start supporting the Nets is next season, but I'm talking about the here and the now. The hype train is leaving right now. Sure, they may be missing two of their best players, but with Kevin Durant not on the side, they now have 0 players in the team who are likely to set up fake Twitter accounts to tweet themselves. And with Kyrie Irving sidelined, it means that at least 90% of their players in the bubble believe the earth is round. The Nets are a franchise that may not have won any NBA championships, but they do have an extremely rich history of producing mascots. Take Duncan the Dragon, who was the team's mascot when the team was based in New Jersey. The reason Duncan the Dragon existed is that instead of the Nets, team management wanted to call the franchise the New Jersey Swamp Dragons. Other than the fact that Swamp Dragons sounds like the name of an amateur Quidditch team, I'm not quite sure why that name didn't catch on. But the dragon theme was kept, and Duncan was born. But Duncan the Dragon was eventually axed, and the franchise replaced him with Sly the Silver Fox. Now, as you know, I'm as big a fan of the Nets as anybody else on this planet, but if my GM decided to downgrade a dragon to a fox, I would immediately question that manager's ability to do his job correctly. Nevertheless, Sly took over as mascot, did a pretty good job. But once you stare into his eyes and realise the Silver Fox is probably a White Walker, it becomes a mascot that appears in your dreams on a regular basis. Unfortunately, when the team moved to Brooklyn, Sly the Silver Fox was put down, and nowadays the mascot has faded into obscurity. To the point where if you Google his name, all you get are Daily Mail stories about how Sylvester Stallone now has grey hair. But with a brand new location in Brooklyn came a brand new hero. Brooklynite was created and literally made into a comic book hero who saved the Nets from their basketballing slumber, bringing supporters to their feet with a remarkable propensity for lighting himself on fire, which obviously meant that pretty much all those dunks are uncontested. A hugely impressive figure in that comic book, I'm sure you'll agree. But in real life, well, he looked more like something ready to fight in Robot Wars.
From the beating heart of your Brooklyn, forged from the same steel and stone as your battleground, he's your hunger for a team to call your own. He's your passion given form, here to defend Brooklyn. He's the Brooklynite!
Unfortunately, after a few botched performances and a series of cases where children were clearly terrified by this creature, and a Deadspin report that the mascot actually shared a name with a porn star, Brooklynite was fired, and so ended a great run of mascots. So if you're not on the hype train by now, well, how about the possibility that you might actually play for the Brooklyn Nets this year? Like, if you go onto Amazon and purchase a Nets jersey right now, get yourself to Disney World and stand outside the bubble, there is a 100% chance they will let you in and you will get playoff minutes. Kyrie Irving is injured, Kevin Durant is injured, Nicholas Claxton is injured, Jamal Crawford is injured, Wilson Chandler opted out of the bubble, DeAndre Jordan got COVID, Spencer Dinwiddie got COVID, Taurean Prince got COVID, Joe Harris has left the bubble. Their starting 5 at the moment is currently 2 point guards, a big guy, the franchise chef, and the janitor of the Barclays Centre. There are reports at the moment linking them with Greg Popovich to be their next coach, but I'm pretty sure that story is not true. I think they're actually begging Greg Popovich to come in and be their 6th man. So basically anyone can apply to become a Brooklyn Net right now. Except for you, Brooklynite. You're a creep, you're a weirdo, and I'm pretty sure the Brooklyn Nets have a restraining order on you. So there you have it. Come and join the Brooklyn Nets hype train. And just to confirm, they are not the New York Knicks. So you will be miserable, but you won't be that miserable. Oh, They've already lost 2 games against Toronto.